Hey everyone, Travis Robertson, CEO and founder of Robertson Coaching International, where we help people just like you create businesses that support your life, not businesses that run your life. And we're in a 7-part series on mastery. What are the different areas of life? What are the different areas of business that you're gonna have to master if you wanna be successful? And in this first video, what we're gonna be discussing is personal mastery. How do you master yourself? And why is this so important? Well, I love what John Maxwell says. He calls it the law of the lid. He says that each one of us acts like a lid on our organizations. Our businesses will never outgrow us. So how do we keep raising our level so that our business can follow suit? Because if we're the lid on that organization, some of us, the lid's a little too low, if you know what I'm saying, and we need to figure out how do we get you up to new levels. So the first thing you need to do is this: continual learning. You need to focus on always learning new things. What is it that you can learn that you don't know? Is there a new skill you need to master? Is there maybe a new habit you need to form? Is there something you need to learn to get better at what it is that you want to do? Do you need to learn how to be a better leader? Do you need to learn how to, maybe sell more effectively, or different scripts, different dialogues? What is it that you can do to increase your level of learning? Maybe it's a certification, but whatever you do, never stop learning, never stop growing. If you get to the point where you feel like, I know it all, I guarantee you're on your way down, because there's nothing good that comes from stopping your learning, from thinking that you've mastered everything you need to know. All that is arrogance. All that is pride. And as the old saying goes, pride comes right before the fall. The second thing I want you to do is I want you to focus on attacking your distractions. Look at your life, look at everything that you're trying to achieve, and my guess is the things that hold you back are distractions. And I heard an interesting stat the other day. There was a study that was done, and what they found is this: that every year for the last 4 years, every year it's gotten twice as hard to concentrate, to focus at work. Meaning that every year the level of distraction that we face has doubled for 4 years in a row. Now this year it's expected to triple, meaning that it's only going to get 3 times harder over the next 12 months for you to focus, because there's so many distractions, so many things that are vying for our attention. Social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest. I mean, all these different things that are out there going, hey, pay attention to me, pay attention to me. And then we've got things like our cell phones, TV, email, other people just walking in, knocking on the door going, you got a minute? I mean, all these things are fighting for our attention, fighting for our focus. So if we want to be successful, what we have to do in terms of mastering ourselves is attacking those distractions. So we have to, number one, identify them. What are your distractions? What are the things that are getting in your way? And then what can you do to attack those distractions? What are the things you can do to cut them out, to render them almost obsolete in your life? The third thing you need to do is you need to control your morning. Your morning sets the tone for the rest of your day. If the first thing you do when you wake up is grab your phone and check emails, you're screwed, because all that's going to do is put you into a reactive state of mind. Instead, what I want you to think about is, how can you start to create routine? How can you start to create discipline in your life so that you aren't being reactive, you're being proactive, that you're setting the agenda for the day? Don't let everybody else do it. You need to control those morning hours. What time are you going to wake up? What time are you going to go to bed so you can actually wake up at that time, right? Everybody goes, I should wake up earlier, but then they go to bed at 1 a.m. and wonder why they can't wake up earlier. So what are you going to do to start taking control of what time you wake up? Are you going to go to the gym? Are you going to read, meditate, pray? Are you going to control those hours in the morning, those most important hours? Because you've heard me say it before, not all hours in a day are created equal. Your morning hours are way more important than your evening hours or your afternoon hours. So we want to use that time to set the tone for the day. And then the fourth thing I want you to do is I want you to set aside time for your BGAs, your business generating activities. Look, your day is going to go to hell in a handbasket at some point, most of the time. So what we need to do is make sure that after we've controlled those morning hours, part of what we've done is we've set aside time to do those activities that generate new business for us. Because if we're always focusing on our business servicing activities, our BSAs, at some point we won't have any business to service if we're not generating new business. So those are the 4 things I want you to do to start mastering yourself, controlling yourself, learn, control those morning hours, right? Attack those distractions and make sure that you're always prospecting or doing something to generate new business. And I promise you this, you will have a more successful, more fulfilling business and life. So if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you download the worksheet below. We've got a worksheet that kind of walks you through all these different areas, gives you some ideas on areas you can attack those distractions. You know, what are some of the common ones? What are some ways to attack it? Share it with people you know. Comment below. Make sure you click like and also click subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care, you guys.